Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. Ain't know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. So it's just a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exactly what y'all let. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And Ben Worthy like 42 on the Lakers.
Yo, and once again it's on. We are back. It's 2025. We made it. Another episode, another year, another month. We are the Politics as Usual NBA podcast where we're covering everything NBA related and we'll add in some sneaker talk. I'm here with the great Adam Carter. What's going on, my guy?
What's good, Jack? How you doing, brother? Happy New Year.
Thank you, beloved. Same to you. Wasn't ready for that one.
Beloved.
Yeah, man. How's it going over there?
Life is well in 2025, brother. I cannot complain. Glad to be back. It feels like forever since we've been with the people, but like MJ said, we're back.
Yes.
We are
got to give the people what they want, man. A lot has happened in 2 weeks. We can't get through it all. So text me if you want some stuff for the Christmas. I think it was 3. We can't do it all tonight because we got so much to cover. But yeah, man, I see you with the classics in the back.
Listen, man, let's jump right in with Sneaks of the Week, Jack. So I just want to show the people how much I do this. This is what I do. So these ain't the ones that, get ready to come out. These are some official ones that I got in the vault. So my Sneaks of the Week this week are going to be the Jordan 1 breads, Jack. A lot of people are excited about these coming back. These are from the last release. The last time they came out, who knows when it was? It might have been like 2013 or 14. But as you can see, I keep them clean, though. I keep them clean, Jack. Keep them clean. What you got for the Sneaks of the Week this week, Jack?
That's funny. I was wearing them last week, and I was like, I need to get me a new pair when they come out. But I pulled out something right here. Uh-oh. The box. Fresh out the box. The box got on me. I got these right here. You may have seen these during the summer. These were Snoop was wearing when he was in Paris. These Skechers, and they sent me these, and I was like, "Yo, I don't know if I'm ever gonna wear them, but I like looking at them."
You gotta wear them.
feel like I got Ric Flair's championship belt in my hand.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna have to wear these. I gotta find a suit to wear these. Matter of fact, I can go into a formal. I'm gonna put these bad boys on. Put on the Snoop gold medal.
Make sure you send me a picture when you do, please.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of heat coming out, man. I'm looking. I counted. I think at least on the Jordan side, because they finally dropping the ones I've been waiting for. Like the 5s, the 4s, we're getting the flu games back. I didn't have those in a while. Probably like about 8 to 10 pairs, and hopefully
must-haves.
Yeah, that's what's killing me. I'm like a month, but I want them to. Hopefully, the younger folks will let them sit, like they've been doing. You can go. I was stunned when I saw the black cements in regular stores over the Christmas break. I thought they were going to be moving out and they'd be reselling them for $600. So I was stunned by that.
Right.
Hopefully they keep that up so we can get what we want.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Mikey Hardy, man. We have been talking about Mikey Hardy. That's my guy.
Mikey Hardy trying to get me killed again. Shout out to Mikey, bringing old stuff up.
Shout out to my guy Mikey. We have been talking about the Columbia. What is it? 12s.
Yeah.
The 12s, right? And we were talking about those, and lo and behold, I got a text today that they restocked today. So I sent it to him directly. So because he was in the market looking for a pair.
Wow.
It's crazy to see like restocks of like those and like you said, the cement threes, like those are normally like $700 on the resale. But
easy.
Kind of a shift in the sneaker culture right now, and I'm cool with it.
I'm all the way
cool.
It. Listen. It's funny. They going, and it's funny. And before we get to the basketball, I was looking. I thought my daughter wanted them, so I broke my neck to find them. She would rather have the New Balances that everybody's wearing, and
That's
them
the
joints,
generation. It ain't
120,
cheap.
those
It
Asics.
ain't cheap
That is
either. Yeah,
unbelievable.
the low
I'm
top running
saying though,
sneakers is the wave right now, Jack. That's
man,
the wave
they are. Yeah, man. The shout out to all the sneakerheads, man. We're in it together, man.
for sure, for sure, Jack. Let's jump in and talk some basketball, Jack. Let's talk some basketball, Jack. So we got a game currently going on.
Oh man, do
Big
we?
Thunder and versus the Cavaliers, Jack. And this could possibly be a finals preview, Jack. So
Mm-hmm.
it's 59 to 62 in favor of the Cavs. The Cavs are up right now. We are currently at halftime. So it's like perfect timing that we're talking about it. So
Yes.
Jay has 16 and Jared Allen is leading
Whew.
Cavs with 15, Jack. So it's turning out to be a good game. People at that game, I hope they got their popcorn ready because that second half is going to be a good one, Jack.
Every time I looked up, when I was looking, he was getting a dunk.
Mm,
was that Cleveland squad. They doing everything I thought they had the potential to do. And and it's funny, two teams that we thought, you know, small market teams who have mastered how to build a team, and they're looking amazing. SGA against Mitchell and Garland against Williams. The matchup is crazy. I just wish Chet was there.
oh man,
People keep forgetting he's on the team, and Caruso. So man, they gonna have some firepower after the All Star game to be even better, man. But this is a great game between we're looking at the future of the league,
yeah, for
and it's
sure.
amazing. I don't think either of them played on Christmas.
OKC
OKC,
did
OKC got on.
right.
You know who didn't? I was like, someone in the young team. I know Giannis didn't get on there. I was like, yo, they got to put the young. They got to put the young. There's more than Wimby out there. I know they pumping
No,
Wimby with
no, you're correct. I'm looking back now. No, you're correct. No,
that's
OKC did not play on
MVP cat.
Christmas.
He was MVP candidate. They had a
Yeah,
great record last year and got the best. I don't, I know. You gotta go with the icons that we got, but yo,
right.
imagine we could have got some, got this up on Christmas. That just pumps the league up even more and helps with the
Hmm.
viewing. But this is a great game, man.
Yeah, and I love the fact I'm so happy for Cleveland, Jack, because as we talked about in previous episodes
Sure.
in years past, we thought that Cleveland would be this. We thought they would be right there with Boston, and I'm just so excited for that team that is so well crafted. Is from top to
Mm-hmm.
bottom, from the starting lineup to the bench. They have a good starting crew, and man, that Spider Mitchell, man, he is putting the world on notice again.
Woo-wee.
I feel like in the bubble, he put the world on notice that he a bad boy. But man, out there in Cleveland, he's got those guys rolling, Jack. And
Yeah, man.
I don't know if it would be great for the league, but this is very well possible a finals matchup with OKC and Cleveland.
It would be. I don't know what it would do. They always want the Knicks and the Lakers and New Year, the big markets in there. But
Right.
man, this is. I think this would be the best basketball.
Hmm.
Either one of
For
these
sure.
teams. I hope they even Boston, and that would be. And we'll get to that a little later. Boston and OKC. That's a great series.
Hmm.
OKC and the Knicks. That'll be a great series. Man, it's just I think, and I think OKC. We're just going a little far. I don't see anybody in the West getting rid of them.
It's
It's like
going to be
head and
tough.
shoulders
Jack.
above everybody.
It's going to be tough. It's going to take for some teams to get healthy in the second
Yeah,
half in order
somebody got to
to
make a
catch them.
trade.
Hmm.
Jimmy Butler got to come somewhere. Wherever he go though, he is going to leave in a huff.
Oh, he
He'll
gonna
leave
leave
in
it
a
up.
huff.
He gonna leave it up. Yeah, Jack. But we're talking about other teams getting healthy, Jack. Like you said, OKC is not healthy. They don't have two of their key contributors in Chet and Caruso. So they are going to be a scary team, Jack.
Woo, woo.
Come
And
late
Caruso with all
April,
that,
early May.
and Caruso got the experience they need.
Hmm.
The champion. So man, it's a man dangerous man.
Absolutely, Jack. So it'd be interesting to see. I guess we'll cover it next week how this game plays out. But like we said, it's currently halftime, Jack. 59 to 62 in favor of Cleveland. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout this episode. Let's move on, Jack. So some unfortunate news out there in Sacramento, Jack. Mike
Woo.
Brown was fired on December 27th after not so great start, 13 and
Mhm.
18 started this season. But if you look at it overall, he had a 107 to 88 record and 2 winning seasons. Currently, they're 11th place in the West, and Doug Christie is the interim coach, Jack. So some kind of surprising news in the middle of
Yeah,
the season
man.
for them to fire Mike Brown.
And I thought they would give him a seat. He just won a coach of the year last year, but when the black coach won coach of the year, that
Don't mean
means
nothing.
you're getting fired next year. And they
See what
said
happened
Doug
up there in
Christie,
Toronto.
man, and they said Doug Christie every time during practice he make him watch Real Housewives. Got him. Maybe that's why they win it. Got him watching, bringing some laughs into the locker room. Yo,
Man,
but it was funny. I was reading De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox said, "Dog, his contract is guaranteed. He'll be all right."
he'll be all right.
Yo,
He's still getting a
yo,
check. But
wow.
I mean, he probably will, get another job relatively quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I've
yeah,
never been the biggest Mike Brown fan.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't think he did a great job in Cleveland. He did an okay job. I mean, I think he did an okay job filling in for Kerr out there in
Hmm.
Golden State. But I thought this was a perfect fit for him with
Yeah,
that young team in Sacramento and some big expectations with, adding the piece of our boy from Toronto that Drake no longer likes. That Drake is no longer friends with. He's taking it personal. But
right.
adding him to the team, you thought DeRozan would have,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure, that would have put them in like the fourth seed, the third seed. You would think they
yeah.
would be right up there with some of the best teams in the West, Jack, and they're definitely underperforming.
And this was crazy about that. I thought, they were trending in the right direction. Uh, but he got fired so bad they started firing black NFL coaches the next day.
Well, they said since you done started something, so listen, you done got the ball rolling. Let's go.
Oh, y'all get out of here. But, yeah, and I thought, well, you can see it was a little tension between them because he would be like, I know one time he was like, I think he called out Fox for missing that
Hmm.
against the Pistons, like he fouled the 3-point shooter.
Right.
I don't know if doing that in the press conference is the best way to handle that. That's a closed door joint. But I know one time he was like, we need to play better defense. And Sabonis said, well, if we play, our offense was clicking in. Then when I said, when you see that kind of stuff happening, I don't know who made the call, but what surprised me is the Sacramento Kings have been an unstable organization for most of our lives.
Absolutely.
Take away those years they had Chris Webber and Vladi, White Chocolate, and
Doug Christie,
Christie, and what's my man the shooter's name? Uh
Peja, Peja
Peja
Stojakovic.
Stojakovic. Oh my God. That team, that was probably the most stable they've ever been that
Hmm.
era. And now with Mike Brown, and to get rid of him, and Mike Malone let him have it because they fired him like that before he could get his feet under him. Now look how great of a coach he is.
Absolutely, Jack.
Mm.
Like you said, same old story when it comes to these black coaches not giving a
Ooh.
chance to fully develop the team. So unfortunate news, but like Fox said, he's still getting that check, so he'll be all right.
That check
He'll be all
still getting a direct deposit. And it's a big one.
right. All right, Jack. Let's switch gears, Jack. So, in some probably not so surprising news, the Lakers traded D'Angelo Russell on December 29th.
Woo.
They told D'Angelo Russell again, your services are no longer needed
I mean,
in LA.
is he gonna set the record for the times playing for uh multiple
The same
teams
team.
at once? Yeah, like he played for them twice in the Lakers. That is unheard of, man. And here's what's funny:
Yeah,
people are like,
Jack.
oh yeah, he gonna get off now on the Brooklyn Nets, and he probably will. But here's what's crazy: he can get off with no expectations. He can get
Hmm.
off when you don't expect Brooklyn to win. But they needed
Hmm.
him for the Lakers to be a legit third option. And we see Austin
Absolutely.
Reeves, to me, has been having
He's the
a low-key great. He didn't have a good year last year. He worked on
Right.
his game, and I love how he's playing. So that kind of really made them like, yeah, we can do without D'Angelo. And
Yeah.
I think he, and that's a good pickup getting Finney. When they get that, if they could ever get Vanderbilt back, I
Yeah,
think
Jack.
that's such an underplayed. We keep forgetting because when they went to the conference finals, he was sticking Steph, he was sticking Ja. So they really the perimeter defense issue is really due to Vanderbilt being there. But man, yeah, they got Russell. I always wonder when they get traded. Like, do you go and get yourself out the locker when LeBron is ready to go to practice, or do you wait till everybody leave? Because me, I'm the type I couldn't go unless I demanded the trade. Watch me pack up. I couldn't do it.
Right.
My pride wouldn't
Right.
let me do it. I go like a thief in the night.
Right. Right. And some comments were made after the trade that there's a older teammate on the team that likes to place blame. Who knows who he's talking about? Chances are.
I was hoping that was an AI comment. He said that he
I don't know if that's true or
the
not.
power of clutch. Rich Paul will be out there. You won't be playing nowhere.
Right. So who knows if that comment is true? But in Lakers fashion, they're going to say that they always find a scapegoat to blame why they're not playing well. They're just, I don't know. We at beginning of every season, we hope
man.
that the Lakers are going to be the the 2020
the
Lakers, but
because they're the Lakers, people forget. Y'all, we watch Showtime, the one they got off Hulu in the HBO joint. A lot of dysfunction with the Buss family right now. It was just they just happened to have the most talent. It was dysfunction when Kobe was there. We seen Kobe like yo, what's going on with y'all? You just happen to have Kobe, just happen to have Shaq, just happen to have Magic, just have Kareem and Worthy. The same like they don't make the wisest basketball moves.
Right. Lakers are not currently looking great this season, but man, oh man, sidebar, did you see that dunk by the 40-year-old LeBron James?
How?
In traffic at 40.
How are you even thinking? When you get older, my mind be telling me stuff like go run and get the ball in the street. I can buy another one. I'm not running
Guard that ball. They can have it.
This dude, 40 hits windmilling with the offhand. It was so loud. And watching it live, I was like, Brandi, did you just see what that guy did?
Incredible, Jack.
And he was fast enough to run back and go get the steal. That's what I don't understand. Like he still can do. He can't do it as much, but at spots, he's still the most athletic, strongest, fastest guy on the court.
Yeah, and it's a shame because he can do it in spurts, but he can't be that 2016 playoff LeBron that's averaging 38 and 10 and 10. Like he can't be that guy anymore, and that's why they hoped that AD and Russell and what's our boy's name that you said is playing good this year? Why does his name slip in my head? Reeves, Austin Reeves would, kind of carry the load and come playoff time. LeBron could, put his cape back on. But hopefully we'll see what this trade does for the Lakers, Jack. But not really trending in the right way. And I wouldn't be surprised if D'Angelo Russell is not the last person to get traded.
Yeah, I think, because they're going to, try to make some, I think this is a move that leads to another move. And I said, I forgot he was on the team. They said Christian Wood is plotting his return. I was like, man, I forgot he was on the team. So yeah. I just wish one thing I wish they would have done is go get a real center.
Yeah.
Because I like AD on that wing, man. I like him there, man. And that was their recipe in 2020. When you had AD with Howard or with what's my man? JaVale McGee, he could roam. And he presents, and he presented such an offensive mismatch.
Right.
Because then, like when you do that and you play the Suns, now KD got to guard AD.
Right.
That's a big mismatch for. I'm cool with AD trying to guard him, but I know KD
absolutely
guard him. See, that's what I wish they would look at it like that.
Yeah, but the Lakers don't tend to make the greatest decisions in the last couple years, Jack.
I'm telling you, man.
So that was a trade that was interesting. Like we said, we think there'll probably be more trades, but I'll tell you about another trade. Jimmy wants out, Jack.
Jimmy was out. Jimmy was
Jimmy
out.
was a ball. Jimmy was a Jimmy what out? Jimmy don't play, Jack. If Jimmy wants to leave, he gonna make sure he leaves. He burning the house down when he leave too.
Remember how Harden said he gonna make it uncomfortable? Nah, he ain't on this guy's level. He go to the press conference and I listen. He said, "I'm enjoying my life here off the court." He talking to Pat Riley. You know, Pat, they don't play down there. I know they was hot.
Yeah, Jack, and they
just recently gave him. Somebody he gonna trade him to the G League.
You better cut it out before you end up on the Wizards.
For the worst place to trade him, man. But
you better,
I didn't see
cut it out before you
know?
end up Utah or something.
And we watched Pat Riley not give Dwayne Wade cash.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how Jimmy thought when they say nah, we gotta think about it or no. That was it.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, so they suspending for 7 games for excessive and inappropriate inappropriate comments or whatever you want to say. But the crazy thing about it is currently they're still in the 6th spot.
Oh,
in the East. Like they're not, they don't have a losing record. Well, they're close, 18-17, but they're not out of playoff contention. But I think the writing is on the wall that they're not a championship team. And I think Jimmy knows that. And after a while, Jimmy don't like to be told what to do, I think. And Pat Riley is the ultimate, I'm going to tell you what to do. And we saw last year in the playoffs, Jimmy talked to the press. He said, listen, if I'm there, Boston goes home. He named all these teams. And Pat Riley politely told him in so many words to shut up and dribble. If you're not playing, you stay over there.
Pat Riley had enough of that. He had enough of that.
Don't play
I'm like, no, he did it. They said I don't remember too much what happened in Chicago. They said he forced his way out of Chicago. I don't remember that as much. But I remember him talking crazy to Cat Towns. Well, not Cat Towns. Towns. And I remember how
he got on that. They said he got on that second team and started torching the first team and start talking crazy, telling them, man, can't nobody touch me on this team.
He left the Sixers. He left the Sixers in the huff. So this is like 4 teams. But what Jimmy feel, he's 35. He's not a Steph Curry 35.
No,
Jimmy looked like he's definitely on the downside.
Absolutely.
Injury, don't play as much. So they like, dog, we can't give you $100 million over 2 years and think we're gonna be competitive, man. But it would make it. What drives me crazy about the Heat? Why doesn't Bam take over and be the guy on that team?
Well, I think that's what they want. I think that's what they want. I think they want Bam to be the guy and for Hero to be like
Hero's balling.
Yeah, be the next guy. But I don't know. There's reports that saying teams are being told not to trade for Jimmy, like that he's kind of like he's a cancer to a team.
Yeah,
so
he's gonna have that reputation. Then he's gonna have the one they're figuring like we only gonna have him for 1 year. Why trade?
Right. Jimmy's gonna have to make some assurances that he's.
Man.
I think the next team has to be the last team for Jimmy at 35 in the way his body's
gonna be
up.
bad. Yeah.
Right.
I think he could land. It's crazy. Like if he could go to somewhere like I don't even know if they could work it out, like the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe. I think he's got to be with somebody that he knows that's better than him.
Right.
He's got to, because he's got to. If he thinks he's the best guy on that team, it's over.
Yeah, and I think honestly, at this stage in his career, and you tell me what you think. Jimmy's your third option on
yes, and he don't. That's what Pat Riley and them said in that meeting over the summer.
Maybe second option, but your first option has to be great.
You nailed it. You got that's what I'm like. He could be a number one. He could be a Joker's number 2.
Yeah, like maybe
somebody. He probably.
Yeah. That could be a good fit if
That
you
probably,
didn't get rid of too much. Like that may work.
yeah,
Maybe even in OKC if
yeah,
Shai
yeah,
is your number one. By
yes.
chance, if they couldn't like mess with that young core
Here's
and
the
still
funny,
get the majority of pieces.
they could get anybody with all them picks.
Right. So something
He-
like that would have to happen
yeah,
for him to be like your second option. But yeah, at this point, Jack, wherever he ends up, I think it needs to be his last team, and I think he's going to ultimately be a third option, and he probably won't play much until after the All
yeah,
Star break. Close to
yeah.
the end of the season.
Then you got to put him on ice because you don't want to get injured. Trade value,
Right.
it's a mess. It's a mess. Heat
Yeah.
culture, that's crazy, man. They're
Yeah.
gonna have to pull that right up from the floor.
Yeah, man.
Heat culture.
Unfortunate, man.
Oh man.
Heat heat culture, man. Unfortunate, man. But from one drama to more drama, let's move on to Phoenix, Jack. They got some drama out there in Phoenix too, Jack. They
No.
Bradley Bill and Nurkic were sent to the bench for Ryan Dunn and Mason Plumlee. They currently have a 16-9 record, the 12th in the West, and apparently players are confused and frustrated with their roles on the
Ugh.
team, Jack. So things are not going quite as well out there in the desert as they would hope, Jack.
Yeah, you was just out there. You know what? They started as soon as you came back, they started being a terrible team.
Right, right, right.
You know, I'm tracking that now. Think about it, but
It's all my
yo, they
fault.
got Bill
It's all
coming
my
up the
fault.
bench making 50 million. And
And
yo,
and,
you
and you
crazy.
figure,
Of course they beat up on the Sixers, but then
of course,
they went to the Hornets and yo, they laid an egg down there. I don't know what I can't figure out I don't know what the pinpoint. They got the point guard now. Maybe it's injuries. I just don't think that um those they're smaller guards, Bill and Booker. I just don't know how you can get Bill. So I said at first when we was coming this season, I don't know how you play Bill, Booker, and Jones, and they're all 6'4".
right,
And they're not
right.
the most. They're not athletic guys. They're like when I see Shai and them they bring them Williams boys and Lou Dort. Those dudes is fast, jumping high, athletic. That's not what
Hmm.
the Suns have. Then you put all that pressure. KD playing a four. I want KD scoring. I don't want him rebounded. I want him just
Right,
scoring. So
right.
I don't and Budenholzer, man, that took a lot of put Bill on the bench. A lot of people were saying that like one of them gotta go to the bench.
And it's obvious that it would be Bill.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
I mean, he got the big paycheck, but at this point, he can be a
Yeah.
six man, be a
It's
six
Booker's
man, and
team. It's
kind
Booker's
of turn
team.
into that. Yeah,
And KD's an all-time great. So they
right,
ain't sitting.
right. And it's unfortunate that I feel like they pulled the plug on the recipe that got them to be this great team way
Yo,
too early when they
that
fired
was
their coach. They fired him, and then they get rid of Chris Paul. I don't
yo.
care if Chris Paul is 35 or 41. You keep him with Booker and KD, and keep the coach, and let's give it a real chance of
And he
seeing what it
straightens
could be.
he straightens everything out. You know,
Yes,
he don't take no foolishness. He's not gonna let that stuff slide. Even them getting rid of Aiton, I just didn't understand. Y'all was just in the finals. Y'all was a
y'all
game
had
or
the
two.
recipe.
If Giannis don't come up with spectacular games, y'all win the championship. I'm keeping
Absolutely,
that team together, man. And you add in KD.
absolutely. You
I
leave
didn't understand the
everything else
Bill
alone.
part. I
Yeah.
never got
Oh no,
Bill. I
no.
don't just for the money. Now, but do you think Bill and Jimmy trade? The
It
money would
doesn't make
probably work.
it doesn't make Miami better. I
No.
don't know what it does for Miami. I mean, maybe getting Jimmy out of there, they play free and you get the nonsense out of the locker room and maybe but Bill, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he has a no trade clause in his
Oh
contract.
yeah. Jeez.
But he may be willing to go
Yeah.
to go to Miami. It's different way of living than in Phoenix. And I
So
think he
so
would
I've
have the
heard.
green light. Yeah, so we've heard. So I think it would be he'd have the green light in
Oh yeah.
Miami. It's different, kind of different pressure playing in the East, where
Yeah.
he's used to playing in the East. So something like that could work. And Jimmy Booker and KD, who knows? Who knows? Especially when it comes playoff time, Jack. Jimmy turns into a different player.
And here's the thing. See, and I think That's what he's banking on. Somebody still believe in that.
Right.
But none of those combinations make SGA awake at night. That's I see them like, nah, man. It's their and here's what's crazy when I think about them. It's their time for a while. They're signed. Everybody signed.
Yeah, Jack.
But I don't know, man. But I just Budenholzer look like they had it together early. I think they was like 12-3. Maybe they didn't play. But those injuries, like then you have to. All three of those guys are gonna get injured.
Mm-hmm.
KD because of age, and the rest of them kind of injury prone.
Yeah, and
So
it's just
maybe
crazy
factoring
to
that in.
see. It's crazy to see KD, Steph, and LeBron old. Like, dang, we're at that stage of the NBA right now where they're the old guys. Like
It's
they're
still great though.
Magic
That's
and Larry. Like it's crazy.
It's still putting on speaking of what is going on with Golden State? With Kuminga getting injured, I know they ain't on the slot, but that thing. And that dude Myers, who was the GM, and now he's talking with Stephen A. and them on ESPN. Brilliant timing.
He
you need to get
saw
an
the
award.
writing on the wall. He said, "I'm out of here."
He saw it. And Klay Thompson was like, you know what? I'm glad to be in Dallas. It worked. It worked out for our boy Klay.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, man, because Steph.
Man.
And these are the last days for Steph, LeBron, and KD, man, and it's just tough to see them go out like this.
When I think of the Warriors, I think top flight organization. They know how to draft. They get the guys. They draft. They coaches. But just with that second apron, man, and this collective bargaining, and how they make it. So they make it. This is the only league that makes it hard for you to keep your successful teams.
Well, Draymond had to go off and fire off and punch Poole in the face, and I feel like it all went downhill.
People, I keep forgetting that happened. That let you know. Poole was like, "I bet you they won't sign you." He probably said
that. Because if you think about it, I mean, Poole was slated to be the next guy on that team, Jack.
And I think he could have been the guy there because he had Steph helping him. Even though he was wild. You remember the one time against the Lakers, he took the last shot and Steph was like, "I'm Steph Curry." You look at him like, but they could have worked through that stuff, I think. Because he's young and talented. And you put him, you get him disciplined. He's listening to Clay. He's listening to Kerr. He's listening to Curry. You can work on that. But and Kuminga's injured, man. They going down bad, man. And because I looked up, because I was looking at my parlay, and I got
looking at my parlay.
Parlay, and I noticed Steph had 30 points. Steph had 30 points, and it was down 20. Unheard of in his career.
Yeah, man.
Down 20 with Steph cooking?
Crazy. Crazy, Jack. So man. So we'll see what happens out there. You got to forgive me, Jack. So we're multitasking. I was keeping an eye on the Cleveland and the OKC game. Is currently 87-81 the Thunder, but I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. I gotta shout out the Villanova Wildcats, Jack. They just beat the UConn Huskies. That is big, Jack. That is big. 68 to I just checked the score.
Women or men?
To 66. Men. Yeah. UConn was ranked number 9, and Villanova came in unranked at home and beat them 68 to 66. So shout out to little cuz Jameer Brickus. Yes.
That's a shout out right there, dog.
Yeah, absolutely. So we switched gears mightily and talked about college, but shout out to Jig and them Wildcats.
Oh, man, I got to catch those highlights.
Yeah, that's a big win, Jack. But let's switch gears to D.Rose, Jack. So the NBA in Chicago showed D.Rose mad love, B. They gave him his flowers, Jack. So they had Derrick Rose night in Chicago with multiple players. Shout out to Rip Hamilton, Carlos Boozer, Luol Deng. A lot of those guys came and showed up for Derrick Rose night. I don't know if you've seen that picture, Jack. with
Yes.
him in the middle of the floor, and oh man, a cold picture. The great moment with him and his son. He talked about something that his son says to him. Do you want to be good? Do you want to be great? That gave me chills, Jack, and it was cool to see the video of him finding out that the Chicago Bulls was going to do right by him and retire his jersey next year, Jack. So very cool moment for Derrick Rose, Jack, and well deserved.
Oh, well deserved, man. I wrote about it twice. I put it on Sports Illustrated today, and another one. I wanted to talk to him, but he was all talked out. I was pleading, but he was one of my favorites, man. And his MVP year, that is legendary, man. And when I see Ja Morant, I said that's Derrick Rose. He is this generation's Derrick Rose. Just the athleticism and just the season of moment. People forget the clutch moments Derrick Rose had. He got this short, one of the greatest memes of all time. Emotional his face when he hit that game winner. They was a tough team, and Quincy Till, shout out to him. That was a bum shout out, Quincy Till. I just gave you a bum shout out, but shout out to Quincy Till. He had a picture with Rip and Fisher. He's like, man, what could have been? I was like, oh man, I forgot that Rip went out there. That was a big deal when they got him out there, man. Just getting the injuries, but man, I'm glad to see it. Shout out to Adidas.
Doing right by him.
All them working together, man. And he's working with the brand, and to see him, he's really, really such a quiet dude. He could slip, even he could really slip. I'm still mad at him. People think it's funny that he didn't do a Chicago step or something when Dwight Howard. I was like, he'd have anything.
He was so unamused. He
was
no
so
part
like,
but
he act like. He was looking like he was mad at him when they came out the idea in the back. Even Iverson no dance. He did something that 1 year. Fisher's like, no.
Not for me. Not for me. You can have that foolishness.
But he got some of the best dunks ever. That dunk he did in Phoenix when he cocked it back on that. Oh my God, he was incredible.
Man, when you talk about the list of what could have been, he's right up there with Grant Hill and Penny Hardaway.
They might be in the top three.
Yeah, I mean,
and I remember. I'm about to say, you remember Brandon Roy? Like, they'd have had
incredible. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Where'd you go, buddy?
There we go. Somebody was saying something in my ear. Oh, I hear him again. Who is this? He did that the last time.
Listen, this is live action. He got Taylor Swift playing in his ears, guys. He's trying to pretend.
There we go. Somebody was selling me something, dog. See, this is live, baby. It's live. You can't edit it out.
Yeah, man. Like, he's right at the top of the list of what those could have been players, man. But exciting to see the NBA show him love. A lot of former players wearing the Slam magazine T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
A lot of love this show.
He's well loved and respected across the league.
For sure.
That's they really, really well liked. Shout out to D.Rose.
Yeah, man. So we talked about him early on in the show, Jack. Let's talk about our boy Shai. Shai showed up big this past Sunday against the Celtics, Jack, in a comeback win. The Celtics, the Thunder beat the Celtics 105-92 in a comeback win. Tatum had 26 and 10. Brown had 21 points. Porzingis, he's back. He had 19 and 9. But Shai had, 33 points, 6 assists, 11 rebounds, comeback win. And he talks the talk, Jack. After the game, they asked him a question. He said, I'm pretty good at basketball. I said, this dude's cold, Jack. Dude is cold, Jack.
With his Canadian accent, man. Oh,
pretty good at basketball.
He's special, man. Listen, that was a fantastic game, man. And I would love to see that finals. I would love to see that finals.
Yeah, I think
I
that
think
is
they match
more
up the
of
best.
of what the NBA wants to see, especially when Chet's back.
Chet,
Chet and Porzingis going at it, Jack. They both got great supporting
yo, hold up.
cast, big
Chet,
stars.
Chet Porzingis, hard. That's a lot of, that's like the most white guys. When you put them together, they got Hauser coming up, that's a lot of white dudes.
Yo, sidebar, right? I went to the Coastal game yesterday, right? And I was sitting there, Jetta. Shout out to Jetta and those guys at Little Chef. Jetta said, it was like 3 white guys on the court for Coastal. Jetta said, "Do you see this? 3 white guys." There's 3 white guys on the team at one time. He said, "They're on the floor at one time. You don't see this too often."
We was in school. It was a 2 at most, and they wasn't getting in the game like that. Jesse Stelfont, you get in.
Mark Hostetler. Mark Hostetler.
Yeah, them 2. All my 4 years of high school, I saw them 2.
but shout out to my boy though, my daughter's favorite teacher of all time. Shout out to Mark Sweet. Mark Sweet was cold.
No, that's a player. He's a player.
Oh, Mark Sweet, what up, boy?
Sweet was
cold,
good.
Jack.
And where's Sweet teaching at?
Sweet was at East Fallfield when my daughter was there. But I believe I'm not
elementary.
sure. He's in Coastal still. Yeah, but Sweet.
Yo,
my daughter.
It's kind of scary when you got a 6'10" teacher.
Yeah. The kids
that
love
Sweet,
man.
And he was good down summer league, so he could really ball. He would ball down. Oh man!
Listen, shameless plug, and we kind of diverted, but I had a conversation with Shaddy, and Shad tells a story of how he got overseas because of Mark Sweet. Can't wait for you guys to see the conversation, but like Mark Sweet was cold, Jack. Mark Sweet was cold, but we digress. But yeah, those Caucasian brothers for the Boston Celtics and the OKC Thunder, Jack. Cold, Jack.
Porzingis, man. Porzingis. I was watching the game last night. Porzingis 7-4. I watched them set a pick for him. He come out and hit the 3.
Crazy.
The world is insane. He's 7-4.
Crazy, Jack. Crazy, Jack. That would be a great finals, Jack. And they asked Shai before the game, if this game meant more, and he said, "Yeah, got a circle. They won the championship last year, and that's what
I want to hear. Right? Of course, it means I hear just another game. No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Guys like Shai and our boy out there in the Grizzlies, not Ant-Man too, but our boy Bang Bang Shoot 'em Up, Ja. It's a good joke anytime you get the Grizz laugh. Let me tell you, it's a good joke. Bang Bang Shoot 'em Up, Ja. But they duck no smoke, Jack. They duck no smoke. They duck no smoke, Jack. But we digress. Let's move on to our my favorite segment of the night. That's a fact, Jack. Stat of the week, Jack. So I got a crazy stat for you. So Dennis Rodman.
That's funny already.
But this is a good one though.
Funny already.
Back in 1993, Jack, we're going back to when he was on the Spurs. Yeah. On November 10th and November 11th. He had a stretch of 2 games where he had 49 rebounds, Jack, in the course of 2 back-to-back nights, Jack. 25 rebounds against the Phoenix Suns and 24 rebounds against the Sacramento Kings. And the craziest part of this stat is, in both of those games, he didn't score a single point, Jack. A single point, Jack. You talking about the ultimate just garbage, going to do the dirty work, Jack. So that is this week's That's a Fact, Jack, stat of the week. 49 rebounds in 48 hours is crazy, Jack.
And people keep forgetting when you Rodman, he's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, he's not
like he's the tallest guy. Man, right. KG Kevin Garnett said what after the game, he said he seen Rodman on the treadmill with boots on running.
On incline.
He told that story, almost had a heart attack. So with boots on. God. And Jordan, on the Last Dance was saying how Rodman, that's crazy how he could party like that and be in that type of shape, drink and run. Because I don't think you ever seen him tired. He's
never
out hustling everybody, man. And I never understood. Well, he probably was such a headache But man, I don't know why the Spurs just gifted him to the Bulls.
Right, yeah, Jack.
They said they gave him, that's another dynasty right there. That's exactly what they was missing.
Absolutely,
Man,
Jack. Yeah,
that's a
so
great
that is
stat right there.
that is this week's stat of the week, Jack. So it's time for shout-outs. Who you shouting out this week, Jack?
Man, I didn't shout it out. Who did I shout out? Who did I shout out?
This is the beauty of live television, Jack. Look at this. Yeah, 2 weeks to prepare for this. Where did I leave those shout-outs? Those shout-outs got to be around here somewhere. Well, while you're thinking about it, Jack, we got to shout out the good people at K3Ts, Jack. So shout out to our boy TJ. I have some merch for you, brother.
I was about to say, man. I said you can't be just texting and not sending me nothing. It's
gifted to you by the good brother TJ Box. So shout out to K3Ts. Dope T-shirt right here. Even got the QR code. So shout out to K3Ts, and I'm going to shout out some local kids, Jack. We got a cold stud in Coltsville, 9th grader, Colton Hiller, Jack.
Yo, I've been seeing the highlights.
Stud, Jack.
I told Brandi, I said, I don't know. I said, yeah, they gonna make me get on the train out there.
And listen, man, he's as good as advertised. He's a local kid, Jack. He is not imported. He has been in Coltsville his whole life. He's not imported.
You on a roll tonight.
Yeah, he is. He's not. We did not recruit him. He came up in the coaching victory. I mean, they got pictures of him as a kid. Yeah, he's a Hiller. He's a Hiller, and his brother is about 6'4", and his brother got all these offers in football. So shout out to Colton, Jack, and last but not least for me, I got Dymere Miller, Jack. That's Doug Span's son. Going for the NFL draft. So we wishing those Coltsville kids the best of luck. Dymere, good luck in the draft, Jack. We are going to see you next year on Sundays, Jack, and I cannot wait.
Crazy. Man, I knew I should have treated him better when I was in Doug's in the house on Chestnut Street. Now these kids are doing something. I see Yana Kennedy's boy. Like, look at these guys. I knew I should have hung with them when they were kids.
Did you happen to find those shout-outs anywhere in your pockets? You can't find them.
But you shout out to Mike Brown. Still even though he got fired. He said the Kings fired me, but that bank is still got me on the payroll. So that's all I got.
Oh man, well that's a wrap for episode 9, season 2, episode 9, Jack.
Yeah, man. Listen, what you got something smart for us today?
Don't let them fool you. Story is not Sprite. Don't let them fool you.
He said it, not me. Give me that merch.
Go with the originator.
I got on Sprite now.
Came here to take over the game. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us just a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them up facts. That's exactly what y'all lack. Always show the people love so they show us love back. Yeah.